they go. My little friends. See how great that stuff is? Hey YouTube, this is Mega Dweezil coming at you from the great Indiana wilderness, and we're down here today in the worm farm feeding our little friends. I'd like to give a shout out to the girls on the ICU who have said that they need to understand this whole process of worm farming, and the other half, of course, who think I've just lost my damn mind. This is basically what we've got down here is these Rubbermaid bins, okay, and there's 6 of them right now. We started out with 3 and we've split to 6. And what's in these bins is you put some holes in the bottom. Josephina has a special magical pattern that the holes go in. I can't explain it to you really. It's all feng shui, but you know, anyway, there's holes in the bottom of these, alright. Then you put in some peat moss, you know, which is nice and soaked down with water. Then you put in some worms. Then you put in a little more peat moss, and then you put this vegan puke on top of them, okay, which is basically all the pureed vegetables that we can get our hands on, run through the food processor, and then put into these bins.
Now, you show them the difference between the peat and the...
Okay, well, yeah. See, the thing is that these bins here, our goal in all this is to get enough vermicompost to make our special worm poop soup plant food. And what's going to happen is when we get this thing right, we hope to have 9 bins, okay, and we're going to be able to take half of a bin every week and process it into the soup, all right. But what's going on here is, I'm going to pull this back, and don't y'all start with the ooh gross stuff, okay. I've seen y'all working stuff up to your elbows that we had to make up words for just to chart on it, so don't even start. You can see we've got a lot of the worms down here, and this right here is what we're going for. This is vermicompost, okay. It is black. It no longer resembles peat moss. The worms have worked through it, okay. It's nice and moist, kind of clumps up into a ball. And these guys do not resent the fact that I move them around a little bit every once in a while.
Are you sure? That one looks really angry.
Which one?
Him right there.
That's Jeremy. He's always had an attitude. Just get over it. Get over your cheap self. Lay down. Alright. So anyway, the trick to this whole thing is you can raise worms any of a million different kinds of ways. Okay? Everybody thinks they've got the right way. Some people raise them in manure. Some people raise them in shredded paper. Some people, you know. The reason that we use peat, alright, is number 1, it's Canadian and it keeps peace around my house. Number 2, it's like biologically active, okay, and so you've already got a head start and it's something supposed to be in the garden anyway. Number 3 is it's a consistent product, okay, and our particular Pro Mix Premium Turbo Canadian peat moss stuff, which is in French on the bag, so I don't know what it actually says, is like actually a consistent product, okay. I'm not going to go all coconut fiber and some of this Gucci shit people do. But the peat moss is, I can be sure it's the same thing that's going in here every time. And the way this works is we'll harvest half a bin, take the worms out, put the worms back in the bin, fill it back up to a level with peat moss, and then continue to feed the bin. And we'll just go from bin to bin to bin, and that'll give each bin 9 days or 9 weeks to rest after it's been harvested. What we feed them, this is the fun part.